Hello, I'm Brenda Boyan, and this is Brenda Boyan. Check this out. So today I'm going to show you how to make cupcakes in the microwave that are moist. If you've ever made cupcakes in the microwave, you find out that they're not at all moist. They're very crumbly and like dry. Okay, so what you need is well, first I'm going to show you how to make it, and while it's cooking, I'll tell you about it. Okay, first I'll tell you what kind of mix to get later. But you put the mix in, I'm putting it in this like cup so you can see it better. You put it in, whatever you're going to put it in, a bowl or a cup or whatever. And then you add a little water to it, okay? Now there are two strengths of water that you can use. You can make it so it's like a thick house paint or like a thin house paint. Either one. Okay. And that's all you add. You just add water. It's going to say add eggs. It's going to say add oil. You don't do that. You don't add any of that. You just add it and you put it together and you make it till it's like a... Okay, that's a little too thick. Now the difference between the two is one of them will be moister and one of them will be easier to frost. And one of them will be flakier and one of them will be easier to frost. Let me get another knife over here. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, that's a little bit too thin. The other one's a little bit too thick. Let me make it a little bit, see? Okay, here we go. Mixing, mixing, mixing. There we go. Oops, I haven't mixed it all the way. Got this little hole in my margarita glass. That's about it, just a little tiny bit more. Okay, there we go. Okay. Like I said, make it the consistency of house paint. A thin one or a thick one. And as I said, the one that is the thinner one will make a fluffier cupcake. And the other one will make a little denser cupcake, but it'll be easier to frost because it won't fall apart. Now, I have left these on my counter, not covered at all, for 2 days, and they totally stay moist. So here, see, here's like that. I have the thickness. Now, you get a cupcake forms. I guess that's what they call these, cupcake forms. And you don't want to use the silicone ones because they don't work good. So you want to use 2 to make sure it holds its shape. So it doesn't just go into a big blob, okay? And I mean 2 like here, like here's 1, 2. There's double thickness of it. And you just put your cupcake batter in there. You fill it about halfway up. Okay. Then you put it in the microwave. I'll just go over here to my microwave. All right, and put it in my microwave. Now you start with a minute. You may have to add another half a minute. After that, you just kind of look at it, okay? So we sit here, wait. Now I'll tell you what kind of batter you need. You need a box, kind of a mix. Now this is the kind you need. You need anything that says super moist, deluxe moist, super deluxe moist. Not just moist, but moist and some other modifier. Super deluxe, deluxe, ultra deluxe, moist, okay? Another word plus moist. Super moist, ultra deluxe moist, deluxe moist, anything like that, or with putting in the mix. Okay? And now, cupcakes made with the egg and the oil have 280 calories per cupcake before the frosting. These only have 160 calories per cupcake after frosting. And they taste, they have all the sugar, they have everything in them, so they still taste really good. Okay, so let me check out my thing. Okay. You touch the top, and if it's wet, then it's bad, and if it's not, it's good. Okay, so 1 minute. I did it. Okay. Now you must immediately turn it out of the thing. Ouch, 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 ouch. Because it gets a little water in the bottom. for some reason. And if you don't, it'll get your cupcake wet. So you just turn it out like that. Okay, and you just wait for it to cool off. Then you get your little frosting. You put your frosting on your cupcake. And there you have a nice, moist cupcake. Thank you. Oh, and like and subscribe.